Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
And the first message is this. If you want to click your screen off, if you want to click your camera on, put your hand on the mouse, right? Stop stirring your sodding coffee because you need to go online. Hello, everybody. I am sorry I'm well. It's about 30 seconds tardy today. I do humbly apologize. It's been a fraught last hour. Let me tell you, very strangely, it's been awfully fraught for the last hour. As you know, I've forgone Google Chrome, and I've been quite happy about that, to be honest with you. I've been quite chuffed about that decision in my life. However, my go-to browser, Safari, doesn't run StreamYard. So I use Firefox. Man, there's a fly in here. Mother. Maybe we'll leave us alone. Anyway, we'll find out. So if you see me do any strange movements, it's not I'm not experiencing epilepsy. Anyway, so for some reason Firefox, I go to StreamYard.com, StreamYard.com. Just turn the down a little bit. There you go. And window wouldn't open. I was like, what's going on? So I spent about half an hour trying to work it out. And I tried other browsers and nothing's working. Nothing's working. I'm like, I guess I got to reboot, right? This is the good Lord's way of saying, so we have to reboot. So rebooting's always oh God, it's like a house of cards, It's like I set my computer up a lot like Chief O'Brien did the engineering on Deep Space or Scott, cross patching stuff. I like that. How I like to live, baby. Look, I don't cast aspersions on you. Anyway, so it's been rebooting and I literally just finished as I came on, which was a few seconds later. I haven't opened it. Thankfully, I've got very, very good show notes I wrote this week, which is not like me. Right? It's really not like me. I'm quite impressed with myself. We got some strange things we got to look at. We got some strange and bizarre things we got to look at. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. We have some strange things. Yes, I think I know the first strange thing we're going to look at. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes because it's so strange, yet so true. And there's so much 2021 going on. It's like, if you ever smell a skunk, it's not they smell bad. I mean, they don't smell good. It's not the smell as bad. It's just there's so much of it, right? And there's so much 2021 going on. It's quite bizarre. You see, I'm finding myself in a bit of a contemplative mood. Today is the second. Oh, I just froze it. Today is the second day of the Jewish month of Elul, and it's a time when you're supposed to do some introspection, right? Introspection here. Basically, you the idea is on Rosh Hashanah, Jewish New Year, which is a month from now, just under a month from now. You're going to be judged on life and death, right? And then you have another day you can you can do a super supplication for stuff, and that's 10 days later, and then you're judged on what your financial state will be in the year, the range of possibility. Your fate is set for the year, and for the universe as well. On Rosh Hashanah. I listen, I don't know what I did, mate, okay? I don't know what I did, okay? I didn't mean to. If it's me that broke it, I don't know. I always because I try and visualize. I think visualization is a good thing. For example, look, people really hate the prayers of Rosh Hashanah. They're very long. They're extremely long. The non-traditional prayer is 18 blessings, actually 19 blessings long. These ones are just so pages and pages and pages, and people hate them. People absolutely hate them. I freaking love them. I love them. You know why I love them? Because I studied them in detail and I know what they fucking mean, which is maybe a good idea. Yeah, if you have to do something, you don't want to hate it. Maybe you have an understanding what you're doing. I always try and say, "Hey, do you want me to study it with you? I'll go over it with you. It's really incredible." And they're like, "No, I don't want to." I'm like, well, stop your whining then. But that's the basic point I'm coming to. You contemplate your year. You contemplate the year, and believe me, listen. I think this year falls into the whatever our personal will was for the world, it got steamrolled by God, right? I think that this is one of the reasons I think the apocalypse is coming. I think we are living in the actual end of days. Like, this is the hell times. Hey, bro, I'm not joking. I actually think it's not coming. This is it, right? I think there's going to be a big reset coming, right? I think it's going to be a big. Like, I think we say the world is upside down. Okay, to give you an idea how the Jews view reality as it is. Essentially, ever since we were exiled from Jerusalem, see, but they used to have this thing called the temple. It's on Holy Mount. But what that, you know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is. They explain it in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? The first one. At the heart of the temple is this room called the Holies of Holies, which only one person can go in one time a year, and he had a rope round him in case he died because he wasn't holy enough going in there, so they could pull him out. Okay, it's Indiana Jones, right? Really, and they recreated it quite accurately in Raiders, right? So at the most holy place there is the Ark of the Covenant, mate. The thing that consists. There's a few things in there. There's the second sets of tablets. There's the ashes of the first crumbles of the first set of tablets of Ten Commandments. There is some manna, I believe. I think there's some oil. I think there's oil there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the oil. But anyway, what it essentially was is, as they said in India, it is a transmitter for talking to God. I mean, if you remember that line, that's what it is. No, what it was, that was kind of like a tether that connected our reality and humanity to God, right? With us Jews being the priests. That was the function, right? Of reality. That was, and again, this is all but from Jewish. This is the Jewish worldview, right? I mean, the Orthodox religious Jewish worldview. Most Jews aren't religious, right? Most Jews don't know this. That's the other thing. But anyway, so ever since that was severed, that like tether to God was severed, is bringing in the exile, or which lasts about just under 2,000 years, right? So I had a rabbi once. I'm not going to say his name because he might get upset and say it. But he had this rabbi once said one of his best lines of all time when he was forbidding me to do something. He said, "No, Tzvi, I cannot allow you to do this. Like it is like suicide and adultery. These are pleasures that the good Lord forbade us." So that's how he spoke. So anyway, he was saying this. The best way of understanding how broken and shattered our reality is like, the Mirror episode of Star Trek. Obviously, you go to the evil Mirror episode. Mirror universe. You have Mr. Spock has a devilish beard. Was it Chekhov's trying to assassinate Kirk? Sulu. Sulu has that big scar, right? Sulu has a scar, and Lieutenant Uhura doesn't have much to wear. I like the Mirror Universe in some ways. Let me tell you, I'm a fan of the midriff without an ounce of body fat on it, which you get a lot in the 22nd, 23rd century. Not so much sure if you get in the 29th with the Discovery or whoever they are. Anyway, I digress. If that was real, if that analogy was, if that actual thing was real, there was an evil mirror twin here. We're the evil mirror universe. I'm like, so you ever understand like how wrong the world is, right? So now it's like it's got supersized. It's got turned. They went up to 11, baby. Okay, they took it up to 11, right? And this stuff we're going to look at today. But here's something I realized, right? It really amazed me that being religious or not doesn't really affect how much you believe in God. I mean, really, it's most people are kind of the same. It doesn't matter if they're super religious. I mean, for the Jewish religious, right? It doesn't matter if you in synagogue, you have synagogue services 3 times a day. You're supposed to study every day. There's all this, I do. Okay, that's what you do, right? And that's called super mashugani from, right? And that's what I do, right? There's a bunch of people that do that. It's So anyway, if you do all that stuff, like you go to synagogue 3 times a day, and it doesn't really mean you believe in God. I mean, on a real level, right? On a real level, and it's really bizarre to me. I think it's because I'm what's called a Baal Tshuva, which means I got religious later in life. Like Baal Tshuvas are normally a pains in the ass, right? Because firstly, when somebody gets religious, they get like super flaming, like, yes, it's there, and they want to scream it from the rooftops and be obnoxious and get in your face because they're excited, right? But they're we call them flaming. Right? Like, I did it. Everybody did it. It happens, right? It happens. I'm sure you maybe had friends who became born again. You know, you see it happens. They get very consumed by it, and they want to, basically they consumed by it. They love it. They want to share it with you, and they're very passionate about it. They're fiery. So yeah, there's that. But there's also, I don't know, like. Baal Tshuvas tend to sometimes, if you're not a Baal Tshuva, you'll take a shortcut without realizing you're taking a shortcut, right? Like a small example is on Friday night, when you come home from synagogue, you're supposed to sing a couple of songs, like just everything. There's just shit to do, everything, right? So you come home from synagogue, and the first thing you do, you sing this song called Shalom Aleichem, which is translated into Arabic as Salam Aleichem, Aleichem, Salam Aleichem, my brother, so Shalom Aleichem. So what this verse is, it's a boring song. So you have 4 verses of like 2 lines that you say 3 times each. So you say the first verse 3 times, the second verse 3 times, the third verse 3 times, so 12 times. But sometimes people just skip it and they say 1 verse each. You know, they instead of go 12, they go 4, right? So oftentimes you'll have like Baal Tshuvas go over there and they're like shocked. They're like, what the fuck? But this says in the what the fuck? Ah! And there's good things and bad things about that, right? So, like, here's the thing that because I've been contemplating, looking at it, and you know, I've seen some incredible things this year. I've seen something. I really have. I mean, personally witnessed. I mean, I think the missile was a pretty big one, but the biggest thing I saw was this display of contempt for religious Judaism from the leader of the religious Jews. Like I couldn't even. I'm a bit of a creative writer, right? I couldn't come up with that. I'm like. Honestly, it's okay. Essentially, we're in this like exile thing. This terrible, awful state because we talk shit about each other, right? That's essentially the sin. It's called lashon hara. I spoke about it a lot. It's rechilot, right? It's because we want to hurt each other with our words, right? And we want to do it in a sneaky way. We want to you want to say something about this guy to make him not like each other, you know, like that sort of shit, right? Or just to throw people off, right? It's this thing called like evil talk. It's not good. So, but the classic work of literature on this topic is called. It's by a gentleman called the Chavetz Chaim. You can find the Chavetz Chaim. It's got a lot in it. You know you're in Jewy territory, right? You can find the Chavetz Chaim Foundation. It's really fat. It's great. I mean, it's a great place. There's pictures of him, but it's not really him. Apparently, here I'm going to show it to you. The famous picture of him is actually his shochet, the guy who ritually slaughters. Chavetz. Oh, yeah, look at that. Came out straight away. It sniffed my Jewiness. There we go. Let me share the screen. Look at that. So, Firefox has a Dewey sniffer. Well done, Firefox. There you go. There you go. Share screen. There you go. Live life better. I mean, like, that's kind of what it is. Here's the thing, actually, I realized as well in my contemplation. That if you do the shit that God tells you to do, generally speaking, you live a happier life. Right? It's a pain in the ass, but ultimately more rewarding, right? That's just my personal flies back. That's just my personal experience. But it's a pain in the ass, but it's ultimately more rewarding. But anyway, so speaking badly, there's lots and lots of laws about your speech. So the classical work is by this gentleman, Chavis Chaim. They don't have his picture up anymore. They must have realized that everybody knows it's not him. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe it's him. So can I? Do you have his picture anymore? No. We got Jew number 1, Super Jew number 2, slightly Jewy number 3. These pretty Jewy. There you can just see his picture there in the logo, but that's not really him. Okay, that's his that's his ritual shochet. So you see, it's a very complex thing. This thing called lashon hara, right? And it was like a misuse of this that put us into this evil mirror universe state. So the great that's the greatest expression of this sin of hatred of one another is lashon hara, this thing, right? So this guy gives like this 45-minute thing, which according to the laws over here is forbidden. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure he has a good reason. But whatever. It was just, and it's not done in isolation. This thing there's been a lot of, I've seen some incredible things in this, things I just wouldn't have believed had I not personally witnessed them, right? But and things that just deeply transgress our religious beliefs. And they do. They just completely, and on a core level, is absolutely the opposite of everything that our philosophy teaches us to do. By the people who are very, very practicing it. It's very strange. So I finally got it down to now. So I've asked 2 of my friends, and I respect both these people. Listen, they have my back big time. Respect is not the right word. I will take a bullet for you with them, without question. Yeah, sure, no, honestly, without question. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for them. But is this normal? Right? Do we believe it? Is it okay? Does it matter? Right? There's been this significant violation of God's law in both spirit and principle and word, in actual break. It's been significant. Does it matter? Right? Does it matter? Because it seems to me that I'm the only one. I'm and there's most people are well, this person is leaving soon, so fair. But I don't know. I just think, does all this bullshit we do matter? And to most people, I don't think they think about it. I don't know. It's really weird. It's a really weird realization. I get, honestly, I don't know. I've asked them to hopefully they can explain to me what is the thought process, right? Wait, but that's wrong, and we believe in right and wrong. What is their thought process as they see it happening? Because again, they're good people, and I got a ton of respect for them, right? I just don't get it. I mean, there's other guys I want to ask who are much closer to this guy and revere him, right? And who I think, I don't know. I just want to speak to them and go, how? but you do all the, I don't understand. It's the contradiction, and they think I'm Satan incarnate. I mean, they really do. Man. This is weird. So anyway, this period, the new year, it's said to begin Azarion, when does it begin? They say the 25th day of this month, Elul, or the 25th day of this other month, 6 months ago, called Adar, which is, they said, no, it's actually, well, the idea is in the 6 months ago, the world was created in thought, well, actually created in actuality, and right now it's created in thought, right? And you have to go from one to the other. Again, I'm not going to the whole Kabbalistic thing on how things are created. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Fuck you, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. It's actually not that hard. Okay, here's a way of getting things to work for you. 8 times out of 10, it's got a distinct success rate, right? You got to mean it. The only thing, okay. Let's say you're traveling, or you're on a plane, and you want the seat next to you to be empty. So you go like this: I choose to create the reality. That the seat next to me will be empty. I choose to create the reality, right? And you picture it in your head, right? You make it as real. You visualize it as complete. You build it in your mind, that reality, right? And then, because by doing that, your creation forms reality. It's weird, but it's true, right? Now, there's only one thing. God has to decide if he's going to let that go from your head into reality, because God's got complete control of it. You got complete control over what you want to decide to do, right? I want to decide to lift my hand up. I have complete control on what that's like. I have no control of actually doing it. This is actually God doing it, right? This is deep Jewish philosophy, but that's basically where it is. Fine. I don't even know how we got onto that. But basically speaking, like friends of mine, people are like, they're like, fair. I'm like, really? Wow, that's quite. I don't know. I found the whole past year breathtaking, right? Like, I said end the days are coming, and honestly, if a solar flare just what comes and wipes me out personally, and the rest of my whole community, the world, I don't know, right? And I wake up in heaven, I go, well, that was fair. Now with that hindsight, I can go, well, I can't argue. Anyway, the reality resets, reboots, recreates within starts to. The reboot process starts on the 1st of September, right? Incredible, right? Because it's actually a few days later that the Jewish New Year, the reboot process takes a few days to coming that energy to seep in, right? Although, I have to tell you, I think I've noticed a redemptive energy emanating from actually that time. This time when this absolute terrible thing happened, right? Which has been many more before that, but it's just weird. Again, it's just I've actually noticed like people having small redemptive things. Anyway, so for it's interesting of this day, the day that reality begins to be with this new energy of the next year, or the next reality comes in, is a day that this person is moving off the chessboard, which is fantastic. It's just good for everybody. Fine, let me get to the chat, man. I can got more rabbit than chains with. And we got some crazy shit to look. I mean, like just crazy. Right, absolutely insane. Oh, one nice thing happened though. Yeah, I do want to point one thing I'm so grateful for. Right, I really am. Right, my older son just got out of the army. He was an officer. He did extremely well. He's got a couple of weeks off, I think, before he starts school. But he's doing well for himself, right? He wants a leaving army gift. He wants a turntable, like a vinyl. I'm like, I guess I'll try and find one for you, right? I mean, they sell these things. Anyway, it's really nice. He's my younger son, Ari, who is very different from my older son. My older son, very, very, very leadership quality material, right? Very he was an officer. Like I would be confident with him going into combat, right? I'll be scared. I wouldn't know anything it's out your hand, but I would be confident, right? With him, because I think he's a very capable, but he's a bit of a dick. He doesn't mean to be. He's just like, he needs to have kids. Basically, that's what he needs to have kids, because he's a bit of a dick. That's his only draw. But he's very, very smart. He's got this thing. Again, strong leadership qualities. I got a lot of respect for. I got a lot of respect for all my kids, I have to say. So my youngest son, not like that at all. If you know, I say it many times. I ever see him in the chat. Oh, disaster areas here. If my son was a superhero and he had a name, it would be disaster area. That is who he is, and he's the sweetest, nicest boy I've ever met. Like person I've ever met. He's like, oh my god, when he gives you a hug, it's like being wrapped in honey. This kid is just so nice. I mean, just crazily nice. But he's also a massive stoner disaster area. Like, but yeah, but he means well. So anyway, my older son's off, right? And it's my younger son. He's starting his the yeshiva, which is he's finished high school. Good, and like Carla Cavada, he did really well, right? Again, he's not academically a high flyer. We didn't think he would make it. He didn't think he would make it. Nobody. He found this perfect school for him, like which is he's not the guy who sits in these individual connection to people. And he got there. He went to the school way down south in the desert, like way down south, right next to Egypt, right? like you can walk to the border, and not a good part of the border, like a crappy part of the desert border. And it's an agricultural school. They get up at like 5 in the morning or 6. No, I think about 5 they do, and they do the morning services, and they go and work in greenhouses, which is a very like religiously thing. And then in the afternoon they do like the classes, right? But they get out every day, and he did very well. He matured nicely. He has matured very nicely. Very proud of him. Anyway, so it's really nice that my older son. Commander took his disaster area younger brother. He drove him to yeshiva. He's moving in. It's like moving to college. This kid. He found the perfect yeshiva. It's on the beach. It's kind of, I think, from the vibe I'm getting, it's kind of a stoner yeshiva. I'm like, kid. You've landed on your feet. So that's really, I'm very, very grateful for that. It's very, and I knew they hang out there. My older son is a great brother. Oh my god, he's taking my younger son skydiving, like scuba. He's taking him crazy stuff, and he looks after him. You know, he's a good boy. Anyway, let me down everybody. Crumbling the balloon. How you doing? Icky thump. Oh wow, but you got stuff to talk about tonight. Political activist of the Wells. Who is that, Sir Peter Rich? AKA the devolution of the Wells people. I don't know what's going down in Wells, mate. Okay, I don't know what's shaking there. Ethan Brockhammer here. Dr. Alex is here. Oh, I didn't get back to you. I think I can't do that this week. This week, mate. Oh my god, I am so stuffed. You have no idea. I've been going non-stop trying to get the files done. It's taking forever to get my book out. So and I got this big job on. I got deadlines coming up. This week is a probably not. Okay, this is where I am right now. Maybe by next week I'll be able to breathe, but this week I'm like, whoa. Matthew Burrows, how you doing? Here, first of the hour. There you go. Sheen for 14. Yeah, trending a little bit, isn't it? It's catching a bit of traction. This could, I said on the thumbnail, this could Forrest Gump our way into success. Speaking of which, let's pull up that thumbnail. Bit of Angie Griffin action, you know. That's what I say. I don't think I credited her on the thumbnail, but you know, listen. It's not good that I know a name. You know, by the way, you have the sign you have a problem with porn is if you know the name of men. Porn movies. I mean, Ron Jeremy is excluded. You're allowed to know his name, okay? There we go. Yeah, let's open it up. I'll open up what we got coming up. Actually, we got, again, a lot to talk about. So I think there's a good chance he might just Forrest Gump himself into this, because there'll be some idiot executive who doesn't know what to do with Doctor Who and say, look at that. Everybody wants Michael Sheen. Let's give him a call. Michael Sheen will be like, this will fuck off David Tennant. I guess I'll do it, right? Can you see that going down? I can see it going down. That will be interesting. Here we go. This is a great thumbnail. There you go. I wish you could see them in HD. See them in HD with me. This is really bad. I got a picture with boobies next to the Chavetz Chaim Foundation. That shows you where my life's at. Yeah, the Star Wars thing, we got to talk about that. Star Wars, because that's crazy. Yeah, comics are doing the bestest ever, right? That's why all the major talent is running and grabbing all the good deals they can, and good for them. I might even sign up for that Substack thing. We're going to look at it tonight. Buzz all the geek news, fit to the piss out of. We got quite a bit of that. Okay, let me get the chat first. You can try and guess everybody's gender, because who knows? It could be anything. I haven't spoken to this woman. Okay, I don't know. But you might have to look long and hard. Okay, that's it. Here, do a bit of that, right? Yeah, I must hit the subscribe button. I must buy more copies of the Rabbi's books. More books. 8-bit Schnick Boy. Hey, it's Tzvi Lebetkin. Nice to be here live for a change. It's nice for you to be here. Goddamn shifts are killing me. Listen, at least you're working, mate. Most people are like, yeah, do that. I'll put my feet up. Easton Buckheimer's here. Well, I think I already said that. Merks Eddie, how you doing? Rabbi, write the book, Popular Culture and its Relevance to Judith. Well, I think I actually started writing a book once. It was basically a expletive ridden inner monologue called Dirty Jew. And it was really good. But then my dad died right in the middle of it. I'm like, oh man. And then I learned some people at that time who are decent, good people didn't act their best. And you know why? And it was an ongoing diary of it. So I'm like, well, why go back there? Why rub it in this person's face? It's not really. And then, but without that, that's so fun. I just got an email from a rabbi going, what's a live stream? I'm doing some stuff for him. I just found that somewhat ironic. Anyway, well, what was I just saying? Oh, I can't remember. It goes to crap. Relevance student. So, I should write the book. Relevance student. Oh, yeah, I was nearly there. Oh, synapses, snapling. Nah, forget it. It's gone. Anyway, we want to get on to the good stuff. Is it Mega Man possible that he's being too distracted? I'm terribly sorry. I hope I calmed down. That was 20 minutes ago now. On comics today, how you doing, Lonnie, my man? It is Lonnie, I believe. Yes, it is. My memory of who people are is terrible. DB Strawbridge, and good evening, Rabbi and Flavors. How are you, sir? David Enke is here. Jonathan Cox is here. Present and correct. Dr. Vital Alternate season 12. Listen for free on YouTube. Yeah, it's real well worth it. I'm stuck. I'm in some kind of vortex right now. I got to finish off listening to the Big Finish. What's it called again? Master box set. Right, I'm 2.5 discs into it. It's not bad. It's not essential. And there's one problem with it so far, but let's see where it goes. Listen, it's always fun hearing the master. I'll tell you more about it after I finish with the chat. We got other stuff to talk about. Here we go. Matthew Burrows is here. How many spliffs has the good Rabbi had this evening? Not enough, sir. Not enough. Is all I can say. Was about 20 minutes in. I was well into the contemplator mode. Okay. Disaster areas here. There you go. I mentioned you earlier, sir. Did it just jump? It did just jump. 1 second. Although we're only about 10 minutes behind, I think I can catch up. I think I can do this. Retro Dicky, Rabbi, can I wait a bit longer? Isn't the animated Evil Dogs coming out in September? Oh, I'm hoping we can still get that, right? I really am. I mean, I don't know. I think the apocalypse, the new year starts on the 7th, I think. I honestly, I have no idea. Even if I'm right, I have no idea how long it could go down. Could be like 270 years. Yeah, it could be 400 years. I don't know. I mean, that's what happened in the Bible. So I don't want to tell you. I get the feeling it's going to go pretty quickly, is my guess, right? Whatever's going to go down is going to go down. Maybe before that. I mean, 9/11, like on the from a spiritual level, it's kind of weird. 9/11 happened before the Jewish New Year. I wonder, did it happen after the 25th day of Elul? That would be freaky. That would be really okay. Now we got to 1 second. Let's do. We can go to this website. Yeah, we do. Oh man, bloody flies buzzing around. I might have to turn the camera off while I chase it with a magazine. Oh, no. Okay, if you buzz on the window, you're fine. I don't mind that. Try and bang your head against the window. Okay, Chofetz Chaim Foundation. Yes, we want to allow that, but we want to go to a different website. We want to go to. Let me just move the boobies over. Where did it go? Where's the window? Oh, here it is, down here. I got to go. We go to Hebcow. Hebcow.com. What year was 9/11? Oh, bollocks. What year was 9/11? And they'll work it out. Bloody hell. 2001. Thank you. September 11th. So we do a calendar date converter. Right, so we'll do September 11th, 2001. Convert to Hebrew date. Is it after that? So it's on the cusp of the 25th day of Adel. Let's try again. All right, so after sunset. So 1 second. However, September 11th would have happened. It was about 9 a.m. So it's about 4 p.m. Okay, so that's the odd 25th. That's interesting. There you go. Not so arresting. Fine. So yeah, who knows when anything's going to go down? If anything's going to go down, I think it will. I mean, I do think it will. Yeah, 1 second. But in the meantime, thankfully, oh no, that's the wrong one. Thankfully, no. Man, where is it? Thankfully, we have flotation devices. 7 o'clock, 777. How are you, sir? Hello, boys. I hope you like a dress for the occasion. Tzvi Lebetkin, did you serve the obligatory stint? Stint of what? Did I serve the obligatory stint? Okay. Lonnie, you got to tell me, stint of what? I've been watching the season 10 Blu-ray, John Pertwee. It's a solid rate. Oh, I love that. Tzvi Lebetkin talking about Michael Sheen's activism. Okay. I'm just hoping he'll take it on to piss off David Tennant. So he can win all the Best Doctor awards. Like, I love this. Step aside, Sonny. Here comes the big boy. So there's bollocks, says Tennant. Bollocks. I want to put in bollocks. There goes my 10th Doctor. There goes my favorite Doctor award. Because we do know Michael Sheen will blow David Tennant out the water as Doctor Who. Can you guess my gender? It's so confusing. 2021. It is, isn't it? It is. This could be a boy, could be a girl. Don't you assume her gender? New documentary on yes, that was very good. Like all those sets are brilliant. I'm enjoying season 24. I have to tell you, I was really on the fence with it. I ended up buying it with someone, right? Because I don't really want the physical version. Like, I'll split it with you. Or do it there. I feel vaguely honest this way. So it's very good. I have to tell you, I'm watching Paradise Towers. The cast are freaking loving it. They are loving it, and you can see that they're like blindly feeling their way out, way where they're going. It's not bad. I mean, it is bad. I was going to say it's not bad. It is bad. It's bad. But like they were all finding their feet. And they kind of saw. I mean, I remember liking Dragonfire at the time, right? The thing is, you've got to go into it accepting it for what it is, right? Rather than going, oh, this. Because that's the time I got a bad impression at the time because I went, this isn't what Doctor Who should be. I had a very no, it's too silly, too many jokes. No. I had this is not Doctor Who should. This is not what Doctor Who should be. I didn't like it. For that rather than accepting it for itself. Now I kind of get it more, right? I mean, I'm also, I'm not a 16-year-old who's crushingly embarrassed by like some pantomime-looking show, right? I mean, at least, but the next year when it got cool. And the year after, everybody, all my friends, all my social group watched Battlefield, right? and quite liked it. I quite like Battlefield, quite frankly. TARDIS time is here. TARDIS time is a good time. Michael Sheen. We're going to look at the Michael Sheen article in a minute. Christopher Solar, how are you doing? Good evening, Rabbi. I'm late to the party. I got around 30 minutes worth of watching video. I want to hospital. Try to get out. Blimey. Okay. Well, I want you to know I've been working very hard to get in the far. I've been working super hard. It's taking way more time than I thought. Right? They said I can put it out as it was, but I just made one change, and it's like, it's taking me 2-3 minutes a page, and it's worth it. That's because they're printing it slightly differently, and I'm just anal, right? I can't send it out without it being the best it can be, right? Oh man, bloody flies by. Sounds like good. There we go. Angie is all woman. I can show you Rabbi. I believe she is. I would love to get her on the channel. I'm like just a huge fan. I really am. Although would I be? I could barely speak when I had Cara Nicole on. Well, how would I be with Angie Griffin? I should invite her on. I should invite her on. Fine. And you know what? I would recommend everybody go and subscribe to a Patreon or whatever. Whatever dirty wank mag thing she's got going on. Although here's the thing. Here's what I like about cosplay. Here's what turns me on about it. That it's the expression is lewd, not rude. I mean, yeah, I like it. Like, because this feels like a naughty seaside postcard, and it's just like fun, right? It's just like fun. Okay, let's talk about things that aren't fun, right? Okay, but well, first we'll talk about this. Here we go. I got to look this up. We go Suicide Squad, which tanked with. I'm sad for it, yeah, but I think all movies are. I think what happened was it didn't have Disney to cover up its failure, which is totally what they're going on. Suicide Squad, what's it called again? Polka Dot Man Mother. Let's see if we can find a picture of Polka Dot Man's mother. Oh yes, there you go. God, this is so disturbing. So here, this is the first picture we're grabbing. And this is just, again, deeply disturbing. One of those things you find deeply disturbing in the world. It is deeply disturbing. One second, let me go. Let me just pull up that picture. Desktop. It came as a webbed. It can have a webbed. Look at that. Let me just zoom in. Suicide Squad. Where's the now? See, I've got too many bloody windows. Oh, I don't want to open Safari. No, now where is it? And I've got too many bloody windows. StreamYard found you again. Okay, fine. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, I already know. So fine. That's Polka Dot's mother from Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad again. They did realize they were making fun of it being a fascist totalitarian government, which is kind of what we got. Fine. So that one. Now we got. I'm not going to say this out as I type, which is really hard for me. But. One second. Oh, no, it's not that one. Oh God, it's so hard to type without saying the name of the thing. I can't believe how hard it is. But this is bizarre. This is just strange and bizarre. What I'm going to show you. A second. Okay, that one. Oh boy. Yeah. Anybody telling me the apocalypse isn't coming? They're just wrong. Okay, you're all just wrong. So that's Polka Dot Mother from Suicide Squad, which I enjoyed. Totally worth it. This is the Dr. Rachel Levine. Clearly, obviously a woman. All woman. Totally woman. In the deputy head. Oh, she has a penis, I believe, though. Just to be clear, it's a female penis, but she has a female penis. But it's very female. She's the deputy secretary, I don't know, of health, and she wants to bring it. And she looks strangely like Is that disturbing? Like, I didn't do this, right? I didn't make this up. This is bizarre. Very, very strange. Very strange. So we're going to look at the next thing, which is very, very strange. Strange and disturbing. So again, I did want to say that was some official person. So we look at this. No, we're going to look at this next. Where is it? We'll go share video file. Have you seen this? Because this is crazy. What I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're gonna have to watch two of these videos, one back to back. Sorry, Angie's gone, baby. Angie's gone.
Democracy's calling.
Okay, have you seen this? This is not a parody. This is real. This is actually real. This is a video put out for the White House communications. Now, presented without comment, although we're gonna have a few comments. What the fuck is up?
See you, Daddy. Bye.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and this is a day in my life as a White House intern.
And you don't think this is the end of days? Really? I mean, like, what Bible are you reading, mate? Because this is the one they're talking about. Up is down, black is white. This is totally normal. This is the press. I mean, okay. Is this worse than Trump? I don't know. Yes, it's worse than Trump. Okay, let's keep going because we only just started.
We did a joke. Hey, everyone. Vogue.
Usually I start off with a big coffee. Sorry, they're like really strict in here.
Hey, Jenny. I booked you a nail appointment, love.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that.
It's called Initiative. Hi, White House. This is Cooper.
Like, they thought this was a good idea. They generally thought this was a good idea. Now, I have a theory. I heard that they've started work on the prequel to Hunger Games, how they turned into Hunger Games. Why are they bothering? We are living the prequel Hunger Games. Have you seen the Obama birthday party? You know why they could all get together and it wasn't a problem for COVID? Because these are very sophisticated people who have been vaccinated. But aren't they telling us with the Delta variant you can get the biggest transmitters are the vaccinated? I mean, isn't that what they told us? I mean, but it doesn't matter because they're lying. I don't know. They're lying about something. It's just weird. I mean, these are the elites. This makes the elites laugh. This is the people from District 1. They're in charge. That's what happened. We literally have the people from District 1 being in charge, living like they're the people from District 1. Okay? That's how you have to view the world. So we don't need the prequel Hunger Games. We know how it happened. Right? It happened via politicians being evil scum, Trump being Trump, and the pendulum goes back and forth, and now we're in Hunger Games. We are literally, again, District 1 is in charge. But let's see what makes them laugh.
I don't think so. Oh, doesn't matter.
This is actually the entrance to the West Wing. This is so fun and it's really prestigious.
Hey, POTUS. Is Olivia Rodrigo still here?
No. We've come a long way in our fighting.
Like, how did everybody think this was a good idea? I okay, but again, they don't. This doesn't have to play well with people, right? With then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. So weird.
Against this virus, we've vaccinated 160 million Americans. Are you getting this all down?
Don't worry, Queen. It's all right here.
Cooper.
Sorry, Miss Jen. And Jen, don't forget to have fun. Spirit fingers, Mama.
We need to get shots in the arms of every single American.
I'm heading to a haircut.
Comment if you want me to make more of these.
No, never make more of these. No, don't make more of those. Okay, don't do that. So then there's some fantastic patriots. Fantastic patriots made this. Yeah.
Communism's calling. See you, Daddy. Bye.
Hi, my name's Edward, and this is the day in the life of a White House intern.
I like to start my mornings off with a little bit of reading. Hi, Jenny. I RSVP'd us for the Obama birthday bash.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that, but let me circle back to you. We only injected 160 million Americans, and we need every single American vaxxed immediately. Get Zuck and Jack on the line. Those anti-vaxxers are getting awfully annoying. Are you taking notes?
It's all right here, Queen. Good afternoon, POTUS. Joe can't sign off on this. He's taking his afternoon nap. Should we ask Kamala?
No to Kamala. The cackling hen keeps getting us in trouble and has been ordered to lay low. We can just sign.
That cackling. Oh, sorry,
See you, Daddy.
That cackling hen is going to be. It's going to be president very soon.
Nap. Should we ask Kamala?
No to Kamala. The cackling hen keeps getting us in trouble and has been ordered to lay low. We can just sign for Joe. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Should we have Fauci announce the new variant? We need a scarier name, though. Delta just wasn't it. Ooh, what about the Chucky variant? Okie dokie, I'm off to check on the FEMA camps to make sure everything's going as planned. I'll be back. We did it, Joe.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We live in strange times. But again, that first one, so many things seem like a parody, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, 1 second. Share screen. Let's go back to this for a second. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Here, it was over here. Where'd it go? I mean, this really does seem like a parody, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem very reminiscent of Monty Python? I'm sorry to be saying. I mean, like, I'm just saying factually. Isn't it weird? So, what's the next thing we're looking at? Let's look at people with egg all over their faces, right? That's always fun. Always fun. Who do we have with egg all over their face? Let me do remove from studio. Nope. Share screen. No, I don't want to share screen. Here's the problem. It makes you share a screen, or it stops you. It takes away the ability of you to share a screen. Okay, fine. I'm sharing the screen. But I didn't want to. Okay, now we go. Share video file. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, this is funny. And this is disturbing. Funny. Let's go for a bit of funny.
My boyfriend to come on TV. Ooh, we wake up together every single.
This is Chelsea Handler, by the way. Chelsea Handler, who 30 years ago may have been somewhat attractive, but being so obnoxious, why would that matter?
Good morning, me and Andrew Cuomo. Ooh, there he is.
She really likes Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo, everybody. Andrew Cuomo, who not having the best of time right now. Andrew Cuomo, who apparently is a sex pest. Go figure.
I'm pretty hot for Andrew Cuomo.
He's hot for you, baby. He's hot for you. Don't go near him.
Lie about that.
Yeah, I think you're too old for him, though, honey.
I mean, could Andrew Cuomo be any hotter? In other news, I still am crushing hard on Andrew Cuomo. I don't like the shirt that he wore today. I don't like where his nipples were today at all. But I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. Just getting ready to rewatch my boyfriend's press conference from this morning. Taped it on my VCR. I'm going to rewatch it later now. And that's what
I mean, this didn't age well, did it, darling? Did it age well? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. We got another one, Michael Rappaport, but I kind of like Michael Rappaport, even though he's a douchebag. I do like him.
I'm doing in quarantine. It's just me and Andrew Cuomo, just him telling me what to do, and I like it.
Oh God! Stop! Oh, I want to shower. Let me remove that one. Okay, remove from studio, and then we do share video file. Now this one you're gonna be thankful that I'm showing you. This one's crazy. Hey, bloody fly! Mother. Okay. On June 10th, Arizona State Democrats published a tweet with a video featuring Senators Navarrete and March mocking parental consent for sexual education. right? So, okay, it's what you would expect. After accusations of sexual assault on children against Senator Navarrete came to light from an arrest. Oh, this already happened. An arrest by Phoenix police. The video was scrubbed from the internet. They're scrubbed away. I wonder if anybody's got a copy of that. Bit of luck. I think I might have one. After accusations of sexual assault scrubbed from the internet.
Okay, before we start.
Bit of luck. We got a copy. This is the inexorably unfunny Samantha Bee looking worse than she normally is. Again, it's always fun getting the people from Hunger Games looking stupid, isn't it? 6 or 1.
I need to confirm that you all have the permission slip to discuss the discussion of sex education. Okay, great. And you have the permission slip that allows you to discuss the discussion of LGBTQIA plus issues. Okay, then do you have the wristband that gets you a free drink at the craft table?
We are seeing a huge amount of
So, okay, this is the guy who was arrested for trying to have sex with kids, apparently. Just putting it in context, right? This guy likes to shtuck kids. So, obviously, protecting kids is what he's up for.
Legislation that is being introduced that is particularly targeting the LGBTQ community, particularly our young people.
The HB 2035 prohibits sex education before the age of 5 years old. Really? Oh, how barbaric! 5 years? Only 5? Oh man! Well, but what are they going to do when they're 7? How are they going to know how to give a good blowjob? I mean, come on. They got to get trained, baby. They got to get trained.
Arizona is one of just 5 states that requires parental permission to attend sex ed. And
for 5-year-olds! Under 5-year-olds!
Recently, Republican lawmakers jammed through a bill requiring another permission slip for any discussions of LGBTQIA plus issues. That was vetoed. So now they're trying to achieve the same goal with HB 23.
When you say discussion, are you saying, you're really weird if you only want to have sex with one gender, right? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I think you're going to be saying, because you're weirdos, right? You are deeply weird.
5, which could require permission slips for any discussion of sex in any class.
We're not just talking about sex education, we're talking about the entire curriculum.
Tony Navarrete.
Well, how can children know that it's wrong to suck a senator's dick? How can children know that unless I show them? Unless they see how bad it is to suck a senator's dick over and over again by an underage child. Unless they see it. Listen, I don't want to do it, obviously, Senator. He doesn't want to do it. But, he's got to protect the children. So just close your eyes and put this in your mouth, would you?
Is both the state Senate's only openly gay member and the one with the most patriotic nail game. Hello, Senator. So, when you say this bill...
Geez, this is just reflecting badly on anybody with patriotic nails now.
...could affect the entire curriculum. That could be
history, that could be English, mathematics.
Yeah. Let's say, when there's a 4-year-old in the room, right? They could be teaching history, and suddenly they want to talk about fingering each other's asses, right? And they can't do that without getting a permission slip from the parents. Oh my God, how draconian.
Anything where their term sexuality is even mentioned has no place in the classroom. And
misinformation. The bill requires parental consent for sex education with 2 weeks' notice, with 2 weeks for the parents to review the materials. It doesn't impact history. Okay. So, why? And that's the thing they don't want. They don't want the parents to see the material. That's the thing they dislike the most right now about COVID. We've seen what you're doing.
And in order for that student...
Well, we didn't see what this guy's doing. Obviously, he's doing things that you're not going to want to see, I think.
To even want to participate, they would have to actually sign a permission slip to hear about Harvey Milk, to learn about the SCOTUS ruling on gay marriage, to hear about and learn about the Stonewall riot.
Send Grizzly Marks. Like others, I have lost sleep over this worrying about these times, about these victims, hoping they get as much help and support as they can. I call for Navarro's immediate resignation. His victims and constituents deserve better. Asexual and domestic violence helpline. Okay, yeah, too late, darling. You're in the video. You're in the video with the cocksucker. Okay, that's why. And that they keep saying he's gay. It's it's so. I'm like, God. If anything's gonna make homophobia in the world, it's this, right? Stop calling yourself gay. You're a pervert, okay? Crying out loud.
It is very chilling. Christine Marsh, welcome back to the show. Please welcome tonight's musical guest performing her song "There's Only So Much a Soul Can Take," Shungudzo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the divided states of America and to the pain for which it stands, one nation, under pressure, divisible, with liberty and justice for some.
Yeah, okay, fine. This is not good. Oh, God. He's got such a pedo face as well, hasn't he? Okay, let's move on to something nice. Rupert Studio. Fine. Okay, now let's watch Michael Rappaport make a tit out of himself, and we'll start looking at what's his name? Michael Sheen. Well, what outlet should we look at Michael Sheen? Well, I think Sky News has a thing on. There we go. Dr. Rachel Levine. Bye-bye, Dr. Rachel Levine. Obviously, a woman. Oh yeah, we're going to totally watch that thing as well. The Star Wars altercation. That was awesome. We're going for sharing screen. Share screen. Share screen. There we go. That one. We go for the YouTubes, where we're actor Michael Rappaport. Instant karma. Allow. This is so funny. This is just so funny.
It's a fucking vaccine. We are dealing with a pandemic of the unvaccinated. It is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Okay? You're listening to these dummies? You're not a fucking scientist. Get your fucking vaccine. We have a pandemic.
Listen, I've been vaccinated. I really didn't have a problem with getting vaccinated at all. I mean, health-wise, it was no problem. And but I know other people don't want to get vaccinated, and there's health requirements, and all kinds of things, right? And it's an unknown vaccine. People will be like, I don't know, right? I hear all that. All this public shaming is just stupid.
The unvaccinated. Data were clear.
Yeah, and those unvaccinated, they got to move out of District 1, right? District 1's in charge, baby.
Now that we have a Delta variant, that has changed the entire landscape. Because when you look at the level of virus in the nasopharynx of a vaccinated person who gets a breakthrough infection with Delta, it is exactly the same as the level of virus in a unvaccinated.
Now, did the elites in Sector 1, District 1, did they get this memo yet? I don't think they did.
Vaccinated person who's infected. That's the problem. So those data are very compelling, and that triggered the change in the CDC guideline. 5 minutes later. I just watched Tony Fauci and CNN and Fox tell me that people with the vaccine, vaccinated people,
it's great,
are now spreading the coronavirus. I went from being a hero because I'm vaccinated, and now you motherfuckers are calling me a super spreader?
Clowns are funny. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, okay. And then just to top it off, piss off whoever you are. Jimmy Fallon, who? Hang on a second. Let me get this link. Ah, bollocks, come on.
Fox News alert.
I don't want Fox News. Piss off. There you go. Doink. Don't want to get a copyright strike on that. Screw off. Check this out. The party continued. Barack Obama's 60th birthday celebration rolls to the third day birthday brunch, right? August 9th. A week after Fauci said, Delta variant, it's a super spreader. If you go no, but they're all fine, right? Barack Obama's birthday celebration continued on the third day with former president enjoying brunch at seafront Martha's Vineyard, Sky Blue Linen, Hamilton 60. There's a quote that's saying they're allowed to do this because it's a very sophisticated, vaccinated crowd, right? Oh man, that flies right there. Come on. Ah! It was right in front of me. Fine. Next time I see you, mate. Next time I see you, we're gonna have words. Okay, one second. Let me just roll this up. I'm gonna get ready for the fly. Look at this. Yeah, right. Yeah. So who's lying? Is the mask lying? Is it they don't? Is it that they're in District 1? It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not. But again, it doesn't matter. None of this stuff matters because they're in charge. They're in charge, and there's no. Look at that, right? It's a nice do they got going on there. I like the all that stuff. But yeah, yeah, that's bollocks. Fine, let's look at Michael Sheen. Enough of Obama's bullshit. Yeah, I got this rabbi who's big into the. What's that? It's cancel. I got this. No. That was weird. It just started auto going off my voice. There you go. Sky News. Doctor Who, Michael Sheen voted fans' favorite to take over TARDIS from Jodie Whittaker. So here, my theory is this. My theory is that this could really go down. A nitwit suit, right, wants to look like a hero. Because nitwit suits always want to look like heroes because they're nitwit suits. And they can't do anything for themselves because they're morons. But then they'll see hashtag, was it Sheen for 14? Is it? Somebody put the hashtag in the comments if you could. I think it's hashtag Sheen for 14. They saw that's trending. I think Noel started that, didn't he? And he literally got that trending, right? So I think that's trending now. And somebody wants to look like a hero. They're like, oh, let's get to him in. If they wanted to be smart, right? If anybody wanted to be smart and like have a success, Michael Sheen, certainly. Toby Whithouse. Oh, would I love that. If Michael Sheen's a doctor, can he have the beard? I want him to have the beard, right? I really want to have the beard. So here's the thing. I think we want to make it as loud as possible. Because I think the bigger a noise it is. So please use that hashtag. Again, credit. I think it's Noel that started it, right? That's TARDIS Zone. If you're not Sheen for 14. If you're not subbed over the TARDIS Zone, please do subscribe over there. Yeah, it could happen. Right now, it could happen. I went from going not a chance in hell to actually going it could happen, and I didn't fly nearly had you that time. But I still think the main reason it would happen is for Sheen to piss off David Tennant, which just makes it even better. Fine, let's read this article. Doctor Who, Michael Sheen voted fans' favourite to take over the TARDIS from Jodie Whittaker, and it wasn't even close. Yes, it wasn't even close. They presented a bunch of female names, a bunch of male names. Women got no look in at all. Joe Martin got like 10% of the vote, or 5%. No, I think she got 5% of the vote. And it was or something like it was low. And what's her name from Broadwalk Empire and Line of Duty? Kelly, whatever her name was. She got 2%, right? but like 90% were for men. And nobody even touched Sheen. Richard Ayoade, I think, was about 5 points behind it. Richard Ayoade was at 10%. Parental, Ben Wisher, Travel Man host Richard Ayoade, and Fleabag's Hot Priest Andrew Scott are all said to be contenders for the role of Whittaker steps down next year. Yeah, Andrew Scott really needs to do something defining, right? I mean, Moriarty was really defining, but I think he needs like a heroic role that isn't about him sweating, right? He's very much about being sweating and crazy, but I do like Andrew Scott a lot. Martin Sheen is the most popular choice to replace Jodie Whittaker as star of Doctor Who when she leaves the series next year. Oh, happy day! Oh, happy day! According to a new poll. And here's the thing. I think the crazy Jodie fans are just too demoralized to even care. Right at this point, they're like, yeah, what's the difference? Okay. Who cares? Martin Sheen is the most popular choice to replace Jodie Whittaker as a star, blah, 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 blah. Whittaker is the first woman to take on the iconic role revealed. Really? She's the first woman? They never mentioned that. They didn't say anything about that. It's so funny. Revealed last month, she'll be stepping down as the Doctor after the next series of a trio of specials. Piss off. Keep the beard. We want a fluffy beard as well. Right? Keep the beard. Fans have already begun speculating on who might be the next actor to take up the mantle of the sci-fi series, with the Twilight Star Sheen topping the poll of Radio Time readers. Now, I go back and forth if Doctor Who's coming back. One big factor is they very much want it back, right? They want it back and they want it popular. They want it making money. You're fighting against Piers Wenger, right? If they can get rid of Piers Wenger, there's a reason to be hopeful. I think it was Piers Wenger that got rid of Chibnall. Now, I was listening to the Type 40 podcast, Spacebook, Dan's channel before that. Who was it? Simon, I think, said that they begged Chibnall to take because they had no idea what to do with it. So again, I think they want something done with it. They want it to work. They want it to make money. They may be desperate enough to give up on their diversity crap or to get rid of the people who are pushing the diversity crap. That's really the main hope. Because Piers, I don't understand how Piers Wenger hasn't got the boot. I mean, nothing they've done has been popular, right? Nothing at all has been popular, and people have been moaning, complaining ever since. BBC's content in general is reviled, and it's probably the damage is already done. I don't see them coming out the spiral, right? Do you see less people stopping their license this year, or more people? I see more people. I see it my guess is this year you'll probably see 700,000. Next year you'll see 1 million, 1.5 million, right? And after that it'll be 3 million. Everybody's like, well, what am I paying for? Nobody else is. And they make crap. And they make stuff that just wants to lecture you. I wanted to see Top Gear. I'll pay for a football package. Leave me alone. Right? People, they've done it to themselves, the BBC. This is exactly what we told you was going to happen. And by the way, you're in exactly the same position as the comic book industry is. All right? But that's the thing I think we'll look at next, the Substack thing. So that's really interesting. But they've done it to themselves, schmucks. We warned you for years and years and years. What do you do? Stop. Right? Didn't we warn you over and over and over again? No. Wouldn't listen. You knew better. You with your idiot college education. Let me tell you, the worst thing that happened to you was getting a college education. The second worst thing that happened to you is you got born into wealth, which you clearly did. Because anybody that had to work for a living wouldn't be such a shocking loser like you. I'm talking about Piers Wenger. Here's the thing. Fire everybody called Piers. Okay? Fire everyone in BBC called Piers. That's probably a good idea. That's a bit dickish. Now I feel bad. There might be a nice Piers. Probably isn't. She got more than 20% of the votes in a survey of 10,000 people. That's a major amount of people, right? That's 2,000 people. That's a lot. Rabbi was 15%. Joe Martin, who played the Doctor, was 11% of the vote. While Andrew Scott, who also played Stardust, Fleabag's Hot Priest Bag, 7%. Merlin star Colin Morgan and Alex Wilder, 6%. Paddington's Ben Whishaw, 5%. Ole Alexander is here, star of It's a Sin, touted, and the next star is here. But he only scored 4%. Yeah, they keep telling us what we want, but we don't bloody want it, idiots. Why don't you listen when we tell you what we want? And I think if something smart out there, we can make this trend. It could happen, right? Look, there's a bunch of things to get over, but if they just started testing this idea out and they saw the elation it got, they must have seen the elation when Whittaker and Chibnall left. It was huge. There really was. It was a wave. See, that was one of the redemptive energy things I was talking about earlier in the stream, right? I believe this, like this, that it felt like a redemption, right? That's what redemption feels like. And however bad the next thing is, it could be bad, it could be good. Nobody knows. Like again, Piers Wenger apparently wants to reboot the show as a I don't know, for a younger audience or something. I don't know. But who cares? It depends if they want to make money from it. Director Tim Glenn said Doctor Who's lead role is one of the most iconic and coveted in the British television. Therefore, any vacancy creates huge amounts of speculation amongst fans and across TV industry. Yeah, look, it really creates It really creates excitement across the media, right? Like journalists stroke themselves. Like, oh yeah, Doctor Who story, yeah, quit any bollocks, and people read it. Clearly, Michael Dean is a popular choice, and no one can afford his brilliant acting powers. But with a long history of secrecy and surprises at Doctor Who HQ, when it comes to casting, we might have to wait a bit to find out who will be flying the TARDIS. Yeah, they have no idea what they're doing, and they don't have any international partners. Right? They have zero idea what they're doing, and no international partners. So, good luck with all of that. Yeah, 1 second. Let's open this one next. Oh man, I just flashed up the picture of Rachel Levine. That is freaking disturbing. I'm sorry, it's just disturbing. We live in this weird world. Yeah, let me do this, let me show you what we got coming tomorrow. There we go. Top screen, share screen. Oh, Problem Being, have I said hello to you? Well, hello. How are you? Problem Being did a cover for my next graphic novel, which is kind of better than mine. It's always on. Here we go. So this is coming tomorrow. Denver Geek's absolute dumbest ideas on what to do for the future of Doctor Who. Icky Thump! My era of Doctor Who was one of the greatest failures in television history. Let's do the exact same thing over again! Basically, that's their ideas. It's a strange world. It's a strange world we're living in, mate. That's all I can tell you. Let's see, what's this one? It's time to decide what is the next, what's going next. Where is it? Hang on. Where'd that thing go? I guess this one. We'll do this one. There you go. Bingo at last. Abandoned ship. Where is it? Now I can't find the screen, the bloody window on my desktop. Where is it? This looks like, no, that's not it. That's not. Why don't I? Okay, I go to. If I right click on that, abandoned ship. There it should go. There you go. It's hiding behind about 15 windows. There you go. So fine. So this is a big deal. The mainstream comic book industry is over, right? It's freaking over. The major talent are jumping ship, and good for them. They're doing it in the nick of time. They're doing it, and they're smart. They built up sales, they built up audiences, and they're getting good deals, and it's good for them. Now we got like the no talent, zero talent people left, right? Like yeah, and they missed the boat, and that's why that's why all the losers keep saying, comics is the bestest ever, never, because they just gaslight themselves. If one person gets a big deal in comics, they think everybody in comics is doing well. If one part of comics is selling well, like manga or Indiegogo, they think all of comics is selling well. They say, oh, no, your industry is over. So latest sign, and this one I'm really interested in, is a major creator jumping ship. Yesterday was James Tynion IV, who was writing Batman. I read one of his issues of Batman. It wasn't bad. It was like a real comic book, right? Your boy Zach described the difference this way. He said, Batman by Tom King was essentially Tom King, who was like a basket case. Batman written by James Tynion IV was Batman, right? So, but James Tynion IV was like, no, I'm going to do something called Substack. I still don't even know what it is. But so, and now Scott Snyder is on with a deal with Comixology. I'm not really interested in his stuff so much, to be honest with you. It looks kind of boring. It looks like a bunch of Netflix pitches. Jonathan Hickman writes for comics, right? And this is really good because there was this famous picture about a year ago of the X-Men Summit where he was writing it with Vito Ayala. And Vito Ayala is the most talentless, what's the word? Talentless con person. They call themselves I guess they use their pronoun they, even though they were on the Women of Marvel panel, so they should be women. But whatever. So basically, she advertises herself as being queer. Is she trans or queer and brown? Right, and so that's what you're basically a purse puppy when you're hiring her because of her skin color and her sexual orientation. I think, whatever it is. And she's a terrible writer. She's absolutely awful. No one's allowed to edit her ever because if they do, it's harassment. I've read a comic. She doesn't know how to write a comic. There's no rhythm in her comics. There's technical details. Doesn't have to. I forget the story shit, and it's always like her as the main character, right? But like she doesn't even know how to write comics. She's awful. So it's her and Jonathan Hickman. Yeah, Jonathan Hickman is a smart guy who's got a solid career of sales behind him, and he's got a lot of really, really, very, very clever books. I love his little sci-fi books like Red Wing. So it's got a lot of really interesting. What Hickman books have on my shelf? Where are the Hickman books? I can't remember. They're there somewhere. But basically, he's a graphic designer, and his stuff is very graphic designy, and I do like his work. So so let's read the story now. John Hickman has joined James Tynion IV, Scott Snyder, and others by launching their Substack publishing plans today. Also, Scott Snyder also has Substack. Right, let's have a look. Currently, the showrunner on the X-Men books, he recently dropped off writing the ongoing X-Men title in favor of the Infernal miniseries. But he will be returning but will he be returning to X-Books onwards, or might Substack be his all going forward? I hope so. This is what I'm hearing. Just as James Tynion is quitting Batman for the Blue Book and others with a subscription model, I hear Hickman is doing the same. No one is actually saying it per se, but I'm receiving heavy hints he's bringing some of his X-Book colleagues with him to Substack as well. That's interesting. That's the other thing. Of course, they're leaving the mainstream industry. They're surrounded by talentless psychos and they have to be on equal footing with them, even though they're talentless psychos, right? And they're basically waiting for their careers to be destroyed for a joke they made, 5 years ago or whatever. Suddenly it's not okay now. Talking about X-Books in the past tense on his newsletter, John Hickman shared that when the pandemic hit, the comic publication and distribution went down, I sat down and wrote a plan to take the entire X-Line digital. And now, away from the X-Men, he's bringing some of those plans to fruition, including a sense of surprise, changing formats and length to fit the story. So, yeah, I'm up for all of this. The stories he wants to tell, and dropping brand new comic books on people without mentioning it to anyone first. I'm intrigued. I might be signing up for this. Okay, Three Worlds, the Three Worlds, Three Moons has a shared continuity universe with two of his X-Books writers, Excalibur and Exosaur's writer Tinny Howard, and Sword writer Al Ewing. Al Ewing is good. But here's the thing: you've got to assume everybody here is good because this is a meritocracy. This is no longer, people are paying for this now. As well as Catwoman, Swamp Thing, Justice League, Darks, Aram V, with artists Mike Holzam, and graphic designer Sasha D. Head, who worked with Hickman on Decorum. And what is Three Worlds, Three Moons? So everything he does is very, graphic designy. Three Worlds, Three Moons is a concept universe, and we mean this in exactly the same way, in the vein of a concept album, where all the individual character stories, things we create, add up to a much larger whole. I kind of like that. We also want this to be a completely transparent process where each of you have a front seat, and in some cases, a good bit of input. The process I want to find out how much this costs and when it's out. Okay, that's what we need to find out. The primal process of creating the story universe. Yeah, I think I'm subscribing to this because this is going to be good to review, if nothing else. Now, I don't want to sell this purely behind the scenes or some kind of process blog, but you can get a lot out of you get a lot out of this if it's what you're looking for. But the point is to do all this through story. Whether that's something is designed the way it is, or how a character looks being a product of the background or environment, or why certain pieces are located where they are on the map, are all unveiled narratively. I've seen this done before. It's not that good, right? That's the trouble. It's not that good. It's normally the story of why the tower is built, and that's normally kind of contrived. But again, Hickman's a solid writer. I would try him out. I like the logo. It looks kind of Jewy. Okay, it's very Kabbalistic. And then, of course, there'll be endless number of comics adding to the unfolding mythology. The launch of the new universe of comics and a new exciting place to tell the best stories possible with no boundaries. We are telling those stories right here, delivering them directly to you as they're born. I'm really up for this. This is really exciting. Okay, I think this is what comics should be doing, right? This is exciting me. But in the meantime, we want to offer you something very exciting that would maybe help you understand what this is. Okay. Al Ewing has designed various religious systems around each world on the moon. Okay, I don't know if that's good. Tinny Howard has created a magic system that, frankly, are going to blow your mind. Ram V has done also great for designing an economic on both black markets and white. For the universe. Okay. I mean, listen, this is worth a pun. I want to look into this now. And just as everybody else, there's a Jonathan Hickman subscription model. Today is going to be an expensive day for comic book fans. Annual subscription is $80 a year, or $8 a month, or $250 to be a founding member. The first 500 of you who sign up with an annual subscription also get a collector's card from one of the Three World Summit. I don't care. First 250 can receive a limited print. I don't really care. The first 100, you can get printed ashcan signed by me. That's interesting, but I missed that. I must be. For all of you subscribed this week, annual or monthly, you're going to get the invitation. I'm going to. Oh, there we go. I'm going to be having a conversation with somebody I very much respect and admire about this. And I want you there for it. Well, okay. And if you sign up as a founding member tier, you get all this and more. We'll talk about that soon. It's all happening, but the X-Men books, we will see. I understand, however, that if Hickman is indeed doesn't leave the books, which is more and more likely, likely. Don't expect some kind of Krogan reversal. No big. Who gives a crap? Not reading that. Okay, let's. There's one more. There's one image from it. Let's have a look at this one image. 3 Worlds, 3 Moon. Fine, you know what? Let's go to Substack.com and let's have a look, see what this bloody thing is. What else did I want to look at today? Substack. Let me just search for it. Then maybe if it's a website. Substack.com. Okay, so let's share the screen. Share screen. Substack. Okay. What the hell is this? A place for independent writing. For writers getting started. No, I want. Okay, for what's his name again? Jonathan Hickman. Jonathan Hickman. Oh, maybe I was trying to spell his name right. Let's try. Jonathan Hickman. How much is this? I mean, like, show me what you got. Okay, 3 Worlds, 3 Moons. Okay, 3 Worlds, 3 Moons. Okay, let me read it first. So what's this? But it just says it's asking my email address. All right, I'll give you my email address. Lebetkin@gmail.com. And I'm not doxing myself, it's on every video. Fine, so $8 a month. Let's see if they take PayPal. Okay, fine. I've got to use a credit card. Fine, I will do that. So let's see who else is here. This is interesting. You know what? I think this is worth a punt. I mean, I'll give it a try for a month and see what they deliver. Let's have a look. Who else did they say was here? Hang on. Was it Scott Snyder? So let's see what he's got going on. Future was the best of jacket. Let me read it first. So yeah, he dropped his stuff there as well. Blown away is an understatement. Hang on. Oh, he's trying to sell comic writing courses. Yeah, please leave me alone. Okay. Oh no. Okay, fine. It's too complicated. You're too complicated. I don't know what it is you want. What it is you got. Fine. Oh, yeah, we got to look at this story, right? Which I can't help but think is a bad idea. Oh, we got to look at that story as well. Fine. Bit of Big Finish action. What we got over here? Fine. Iconic Doctor Who the Lost Stories Uncovered. This, I think, is a bit of a bad idea, right? Well, On Comics, do you want me to go there? What did On Comics say? Now I've got to go back. If so, at least he won't find a bra in his attire. Listen, now you got me. It's time to auto-tune the Rabbi into a song. Okay. I don't know how you could do that, but okay, I'm up for it. Fine. What's up? So yeah, I'm not sure this is a good idea. I think this is a bad idea, actually. So this is something similar to when they released Revenge of the Cybermen on Big Finish as the original version of Return of the Cybermen. I think it was Return of the Cybermen. Yeah. So the problem with it is that it was without Robert Holmes' influence. So it came off like a Patrick Troughton episode, and it wasn't as good as the televised version. The televised version was far more successful, and you can see how great Robert Holmes as a script editor was. So for that, it was interesting, but you only got that by listening to an adventure that wasn't very good. So they're doing the same thing with Ark in Space and Genesis of the Daleks. Okay, fine. Let's have a look. I don't know if I'm up for these. And also Sadie Miller, not great so far as Sarah Jane Smith. Far better as Sarah Jane Smith, John Coltrane. And I'm not even joking. And again, please, the Jake Dubman as Capaldi is a bad idea. He was fine as a narrator. He can't do the performance. I mean, it's just not going to be good. It's time to take the TARDIS back to 1975 as Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor returns with 2 brand new Lost Stories audio adventures due for release in March 2023, also a while away from Big Finish. Doctor Who: The Lost Stories, The Ark. Doctor Who and the Ark is adapted from Lon Karati's original, John Lucarati's original, is that Luca Roti? Luca Roti's original script, original story, original television serial, The Ark in Space. Thank you, at last. Brought to life as a full-cast audio drama, whilst Doctor Who: The Lost Story, Daleks, Genesis of Terror. Daleks, exclamation mark. Genesis of Terror. Daleks. I like the way it's called. Daleks, like that. Features a full cast episode from Terry. Features a full cast episode from Terry Nation's first draft script and an enhanced dramatic reading of the original. What? Of the original storyline of Genesis of the Daleks. Why not do a full cast audio? I don't understand. Okay. This release adds to the season 12 Lost Stories set begun by Return of the Cybermen, which was released in March 2021 to much acclaim. It wasn't. I know Big Finish really liked it, but it wasn't that good. I hate to tell you. Anyway, Doctor Who: The Lost Stories, Doctor Who and the Ark, stars Tom Baker, the Doctor, Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith, and Chris Nolan as Harry Sullivan, adapted by Jonathan Morris from the first draft script. This audio production of Doctor Who and the Ark highlights where Robert Holmes polishes storytelling from storytelling for television and how the team developed the character. The character of the Doctor. Yes. So, yeah, why do I want to get rid of Robert Holmes? Yeah, that doesn't sound such a great idea. Let's take the story and remove something that made it great and then sell it to you. It seems a bit weird, okay? Doctor is now available for pre-order as a collector's box set on CD for $14.99, digital download for $12.99. What makes it collectible? Whatever, that you have it. Doctor Who: The Lost Stories, Genesis of the Daleks, Genesis of the Terror, finds the TARDIS team working directly from a PDF of Terry Nation's original script, complete with typos. I understand. Why don't they just make the whole thing? Why are they doing that? It also features Nation's initial storyline for all 6 episodes, with the additional material Simon Goria. This audio finds the Fourth Doctor and his friends in a Khaled-Athal war being fought by teenagers, but where are the adults? Why not make it into an audio? I don't understand. This one should be an audio drama. This sounds... now I'm annoyed. Doctor is now available for pre-order as a collector's box edition set. On CD, $12.99 or digital download, $10.99. Okay. Producer Simon Goria said, "This is something very special. Doctor Who's archaeology is thrillingly being brought to life." Yeah, I know. It seems to be not that thrilling to me. I hate to tell you, mate. The Archways and Jensen are amongst the best loved TV stories ever. Yeah, so we're going to take out the thing that made it good. We've uncovered the first draft of the scripts from John Lucarotti and Terry Nathan that are exciting and surprisingly very different. Okay. Genesis is a very, very visual script packed with striking Stargate images. Nathan himself made stage directions exciting. I guess I get it. Fine, so it's 2 visuals, what they're saying. In Doctor Who and the Ark, the directors were more functional. So Jonathan Morris has carefully adapted the script for audio, and we kept the original episode titles such as Puffball and Cameliers. I think Tom Baker enjoyed recording those. And wait till you hear that cliffhanger. Big Finish listeners can save money by pre-ordering the bundle. I don't know. That doesn't sound that good to me. Tell you, Big Finish have really shot themselves in the foot. Right? They've really shot themselves in the foot. They once they stop making everything they do a must-have, then it kind of was a sad. What's this? Big Finish around the world. What's going on here? Big Finish listeners around the world press play on audio dramas. The actors star in those dramas are also done it. Okay, well, yeah, I know they're phoning in. Okay, Capture, leave me alone. Well, that's stupid. That's a stupid article. Who cares? Fine. So we got the trans attack. Oh, I think it's too much to go into now. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. Maybe we'll look at that next stream, which will be Thursday. But I wanted to end on this because we live in a world for the elites. Everything is made for the elites. Check out this latest elite toy. This is the Star Trek and Playmobil. I'll bring you the USS Enterprise into your living room. Right. This is an awesome model made by Playmobil toys. Like, this is incredible. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just it don't tell you how much it costs you though. But this is a nice size. Look at that. Like, I want that. Like I don't know, I think that's worth adding some weathering on, and then you have this iPad app thing. I don't know. No, does it tell me how much it costs? Yeah. Star Trek and Playmobil. Let's see if we just Google it and see if we Enterprise. Enterprise. 500, blimey. Well, why don't they just tell us how much this is? The 39-inch Enterprise. I do kind of want, it's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. Start slideshow. Let's have a look at the slideshow. Okay. Does it come with all the figures? Is it $500 really? I think I'd rather get the that model kit, the 350 model kit, the 350 scale, and build it. You power it through a USB, apparently. I don't know. I kind of like this. It's stupid, but it's not. I don't like it $500 worth. Is it really 500? Let's have a look. CNET. Playmobil goes old school with a $500 Enterprise set. That's crazy. But I tell you, this is the same as the Disney Hotel. We'll be starting September 8th at $500 or £450. But it's exactly the same as the Star Wars Hotel. Like, you know who the world is for now? Again, District 1. Everything is made for District 1. Yeah, 1 second. How much do you want to know it's made for District 1? This guy is Steve Colbert. He is essentially that guy from Hunger Games, who Katniss went on his show. Essentially who he is. What's his name? Steve Colbert said, I wasn't invited, but I went anyway. And no mask. Nobody wears any masks because these are very sophisticated vaccinated people. Look, these are the Hunger Games people. And this is why I think the apocalypse is coming, because this sort of thing pisses God off, right? Actually, no, the thing that pisses God off is the legal codification of weird things things I can't mention on YouTube, saying they're weird because they were throwing me off of YouTube. That's the sort of thing that pisses God off, right? That's why I think the apocalypse coming. However, as I open the show, I kind of discovered that being religious doesn't make you more of a believer in God than if you're not. I mean, like, I would say you're basic agnostic. Okay, Dan from Spacebook, right? He is your baseline on normality, right? He's what you're normal. So I would say Dan's belief in God. Dan's like an agnostic. He's a normal bloke, okay? That's Dan's USP, being a normal bloke, right? He's a normal bloke. So he kind of believes in God's kind of. He's agnostic. I think he believes it to the same level. I think Dan's basically a good person. I think most people are basically good people. And I think good people will probably be okay. Okay, that's why basically which I would like to say. Yeah, build the Polar Lights one for that price. I totally would. That makes a lot of sense. You can get the Polar Lights one plus the what's it called again? The whole lighting kit and probably the paint for the same price. And you probably have a better Enterprise. That one, but again, who's that for? It's for the Hunger Games people. We don't live in District 1, baby. We don't live in District 1. They're in charge. And with that, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm going to wish everybody a good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you on Thursday. And who knows, or dare to dream, what's going to happen to me now?